So it's currently 3:27 p.m. and I'm sitting here, 84 degrees, and I'm sitting here in bumper to bumper traffic. Once again, like, dude, it's not even rush hour, yo. Whatever, so I have a couple minutes to talk to you guys there. So, if you saw the video that I posted last time, I spoke about your ideas and your genius ideas and concepts not being able to fall on the ears that it needs to be on because you've yet to find the circle that's going to help you build what you need to build, right? So if I can make a couple suggestions, the best way to find those circles is to find people in areas where their guard's down. It's very important. And nobody's really sharing this game, so let me be the boy to do it. Actually, let me start over. My name is Isreal León, aka Isreal León, aka I'm getting out this damn traffic, and I'm gonna share with you ways on how you can find people from all walks of life. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's dive into it because they don't teach you this type of stuff in school. They just don't. And shout out to LIU, but I didn't learn none of this stuff in LIU. It's just like, this is crazy. This is the actual stuff you should have been teaching. So, let me give you a couple of examples. If I wanted to work on political campaigns, then there's a couple ways to go about it. You could try to find a job working for somebody who's running for city council or mayor, governor, whatever, but good luck with that. 9 times out of 10, they already have their people. Or you could try to find out where they're having events and things of that nature and try to go and network and market your services or market who you are and try to build a relationship. That's the way that you're taught to do it. I actually believe that doesn't work. Or if it does work, it probably works like 10% of the time, 5% of the time, probably even less than that. If I was a politician and I'm headed to an event for political reasonings, my guard is so far up. Like I'm networking with everybody, but I'm not going to remember anybody's names unless you're the governor and I'm the mayor or something. Like I'm not going to remember you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll give my card out to 50 million people, you know, trying to see if anybody could possibly help me succeed my goal in running for election or re-election. But the reality of the situation is that I'm not going to remember you. I have people that I've hired for that. You know, they might reach out to you via email, and then 9 times out of 10, they're just going to throw you on the donation campaign email list or whatever the case may be, which in itself is super annoying. However, a lot of these politicians enjoy booze. They enjoy cigars. They enjoy church settings. They enjoy whatever it may be. They might enjoy basketball. They might enjoy going to the gym or whatever the case may be. And I'm here to tell you that that's how you got to find them, right? So if I know that a political event, if tickets are $400 to go to this political event, then it might be in your best interest to send an email and a campaign about who you are and the services that you offer involved around your sponsorship package. So let me tell you exactly what I mean. So let's say you do digital marketing for political campaign managers, right? All right, cool. So now you're going to send an email. You're going to pay for that $400 ticket to go to their campaign. And you're going to send an email saying, hi, my name is James X, and I'm the CEO of blah, 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 blah. And here's my $400 to support you, you know, while you're running for election or re-election. And I need 5 to 10 minutes to be able to speak to you how I could offer my services. Now, yeah, that's putting your money where your mouth is. But what's going to happen is that these campaign managers are gonna weed through that, and they're going to say, oh, wow, this guy or this female is a person of interest, because you presented yourself as such. You're not asking for something. You're giving something, right? You're helping that person out. And in return, you're getting a 5 to 10 minute meeting because of it. And then you sit there and sell the hell out of yourself and you go ahead and get that contract. I find that a lot of the people that I want to network with are into cigars, right? When a person has a long day, I've met lawyers, doctors, owners of banks, politicians, Secret Service, like legit Secret Service to the president, I've met former presidents of other countries. I've met TV personalities, people who actually shoot the film and content, like everybody from every walks of life, right? From all different countries. As a matter of fact, I met a gentleman a couple of months ago that opened up a cigar bar in, where was he? Peru, and was sitting there telling me that he did a case study on Leaf Cigar Lounge about opening up his cigar lounge in Peru. And when I sat there and was like, yo, look at the social media, he saw that was my face. He couldn't believe it. Then he's inviting me, my family to not Costa Rica, oh my goodness, to Peru to be with his family and, you know, to go see his lounge and stay at his villa and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, yo, that's ridiculous. But his guard was down, right? And he owns a hedge fund. His guard was down because we were in a cigar-like setting. I didn't come in and say, hey, what is it do you do? Blah, 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 blah. I hate when people ask me that. What do you do? I don't do anything. I don't do anything, right? This was different. This was, hey, what are you smoking? What's your favorite type of cigars? Blah, 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 blah. Then it gets into a little political stuff, which I stay out of. And it gets into, you know, once we start talking money, I dive into the conversation. We start talking business ideas, I dive into the conversation. So then it becomes a situation of, yo, it'd be super cool to open up a spot overseas. Oh, opened up a spot in Peru and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, word? Well, you know, I have a partnership and part owner of this spot, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can't believe it. That's how you weigh yourself in, right? Because people are willing to discuss all the business ideas in the world as long as you know what you're talking about. Obviously, you got to be well-versed and studied up on your subject. Don't come in there and be full of shit. But people are willing to talk about whatever when their guards are down, right? Like if I get invited to a pool party or a private dinner or something like that, or whatever the case may be, and I'm surrounded by friends, and one of those people's are best friends with, let's just say, Beyonce, and Beyonce's gonna come through, yo, her guard's gonna be down as soon as she gets past all the paparazzi press. And when she sits down next to us, she's gonna be kicking the breeze just like all of us, trying to figure out why she's in that setting. She's gonna assume she's in that setting with people who, you know, either know the person she's with directly or there's another reason why they're there. So now she's coming in trying to prove herself, even though she's Beyonce, she's trying to prove herself as much as the next person. And that's how those conversations happen. Like, oh, well, I think it'd be super cool to start a festival in the Cayman Islands or something like that. And you know, we got a couple $1 million. I think you'd be a great headliner. That's how that stuff happens. Because if somebody's trying to send an email to Beyonce's manager, and you know, I know I'm giving 1,000,001 different concepts, but just follow me, right? If somebody's trying to send an email to Beyonce's manager, pitching something on the Cayman Island or whatever the case may be, you have to jump through so many hurdles, so many hoops. It's never gonna happen. Trust me, it's never gonna happen. Because if you end up having to call somebody like William Morris, or when I was involved with CEG, Central Entertainment Group, or something like that, or whatever the case may be, yo, bro, you're gonna get beat in the head with no lube. Just bend over and just take it with no lube. You gotta find a relationship. You gotta put yourself into the relationship and put yourself into a scenario where everybody's guard is down. Like I tell you, there was a time I had I was doing an event and I had ran into a very famous female hip hop artist. And well, let me preface this by saying that one of the dopest hip hop artists to me of all time is Big Daddy Kane, right? I never thought I would run into Big Daddy Kane. It's two completely different eras. Like, why would I run into Big Daddy Kane? Plus, I'm not trying to do no concerts at the time with Big Daddy Kane. Like, I just really love his music and style. You know, he was one of the godfathers of hip hop. So anyways, I get invited to this thing at 230th and 5th. It was some hip hop honors thing or whatever. This is many years ago. And it just so happens that this was the day after this famous female legendary hip hop artist was sitting there, and she was very intoxicated and she was trying to like rub all over me and stuff like that. I just wasn't with it. So I just so happened to be looking at a picture of that artist who took a picture with Big Daddy Kane. And I'm sitting there on the phone and I'm just like, yo, I can't believe that this happened. This is wild. And Big Daddy Kane is standing right next to me, my hand on the Bible, standing right next to me. And he says, yo, did you do it? I said, hell no. He was like, yo, good thing, because she's like one of the fellas. That chick is wild. Guard down, random, not groupie loving, not trying to do whatever, right? Yo, it was at that opportune time, and I didn't do it, but it was at that opportune time that I could have said, hey, at the time I was with CEG Group. Yo, I'm with CEG Group. We got all the bookings in the world. We got Jersey Shore, this, that, and the third. We booking all these hip hop artists. Yo, man, why don't you have your manager or whoever reach out to us, figure out how much your rate costs, and we'll get you some shows. Guard down. Could have made some change. I just didn't do it. That's my fuck up. But don't let that be your fuck up. So I say all that to say, and forgive me for going all over the place, but I'm trying to get to a point. And the point is, everybody is literally 1 to 2 degrees of separation. You just got to figure out how to get to them in a comfortable setting, and how to get what you want from them without them feeling like you're trying to take advantage of them. I'm going to give you one more example, and then I'm going to let you go, because I just showed up to Leaf's Cigar Lounge, located 180th Avenue, New Milford, New Jersey, obviously, right? So let me say this one more kind of way. I'm going to give you one more example. One more example. And I'm going to make this a good example. I want this example to come off the cuff. Let's say, I tell you what. Let's say you own a Thai food restaurant, or your client owns a Thai food restaurant, your auntie, whoever, somebody owns a Thai food restaurant. And let's say you can honestly say that the food is amazing. So, how are you, buddy? So, let's say, for the context of this discussion, that Beyonce, let's just keep going to Beyonce. Or matter of fact, let's use somebody else. We keep using Beyonce. Let's use Will Smith, right? Let's say Will Smith loves Thai food. Somebody went on E! News or TMZ or something like that, and they said, hey, what's your favorite type of food in the world? And he says, hypothetically speaking, yo, I was in Thailand, and the best food I ever had was this dish where I had, I don't know, let's say something in peanut sauce. It was amazing, whatever it's called, right? All right. Now, it might sound like a pipe dream to try to get Will Smith that dish, but what if I told you that Will Smith likes going to book signings, and Will Smith has book signings, and Will Smith has seminars that he goes to involved around his media company. I think it's Well Off Media, not Well Off Media. I don't remember, Dare Media, something like that. But if you go to his Instagram, he's only following a handful of people, and you type in media based on the people that he follows, it'll pop up. So if you look at their calendar, it might be 6 months from now, it might be a year from now, it might be tomorrow. You're going to eventually see something that says something to do about a Will Smith book signing or something like that, or whatever the case may be. And you know what you would do next, right? You sit there, you get your menus together, you get your business cards together, you get your sampling together, you make sure the food's hot, you make sure, you don't want to serve nobody no food that's going to get them sick. You put the whole situation together, you put some nice little candies in there, you blah, 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 hook it up, and you're on that line at 5 o'clock in the morning for that 8 a.m. book signing. And you're there for the sole purpose of saying, Will, I heard you love Thai food. Yo, this is the best Thai food in the world, and it was made by my auntie May May, or whoever it is. Yo, first and foremost, security is going to be like, hey, because that's what they're trained to do. Will Smith's going to say, oh, word? No, it's good to go. Blah, blah, blah. And he's going to smell it. He's going to eat one of the candies. He might not eat the food right away, but guess what? You put yourself a direct end. This is all marketing. And this is the type of stuff they don't teach you in college. Follow me for more advice. I don't even know why I started talking about this, but follow me for more advice. Listen, if you need a consultation, a real business consultation, hit me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cheap, but it's worth it. Let's build, let's grow together. Let's get this money. Let's build for the next generations. Let's not do this for ourselves. Let's do this for our grandchildren and our great grandchildren. Let's do this for future generations so they have an easier time in this life than we have. If you have a gift, let's use our gifts to be able to get ahead. And last thing I want to say is, don't think that you can't reach out to people like me because we're competition. I'm not competition. The same methodologies that I've applied here, at least I can apply to you as long as it makes sense. Or I can apply other methodologies to up your business, 4x, 3x, 10x, whatever, depending on your metrics. Reach out. Don't try to steal the formula because you're going to mess it up. Just reach out, pay the $1,500 or whatever it is for the consultation. I don't even know. I got to check in with my people to see how much I'm charging these days. Pay it, learn, grow your business. Isreal León, un placer, as always. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to have a cigar. Peace.